us that Hank Tanuku must always be a bad guy.
Why now? Why?
It be like so all of now won't make I scatter this place.
I was expecting this.
Nollywood. Nollywood is outstanding. Nollywood is amazing. Nollywood, at a point in time, was rated to be the third most successful film industry in the entire world.
It is number 2 now.
It's not. There we go.
So it is
Who did
2.
we unseat? We
Oh, India.
unsat India.
Yeah, we are now behind America. So,
We unsat them to
Yeah.
the poverty capital of the world.
okay. So India, well, sorry.
We'll stop taking your position. We also took their position as the capital of defecation. Open defecation. Please don't add this cut.
No.
But let's get serious. Nollywood is famed and famed for many good things. Like a lot of the good things that we know in life, it doesn't always start out the sharpest. There are some days where they have to struggle, of course. So if you watch a lot of old Nollywood movies now, you see a lot of corrections that you need to make. How the picture should have been how the picture should have been adjusted, lighting. You see a lot of things now that, of course, then it fascinated us.
Yes.
We could not get enough of it. But now, if you look at it with a more developed eye, like, really now, you want to poison somebody, you put the poison, you mix it, and you tasted it. Person drank it and died, but you're fine.
I saw you did it in one movie.
Fantastic. So today we're going to talk about. So we're talking about all the things that Nollywood taught us, all the things they showed us, but they didn't know they were telling us. Yeah. For example, there has never been poison that you wanted to put inside somebody's food that was not white.
Yes, it's always a white powder.
It's always white.
We always knew it was sugar or salt. But you didn't have to make it white all the time now. Well, there are many things, like there was one I saw a ghost eating. He was eating with somebody. Him and his friends, they were arguing. I think it was Charles Aworum and I forgot the other guy's name. They were arguing and he joined him in eating. Another thing is, every ghost must put on white.
Yes.
And he must rub white powder on his face.
Nollywood also taught us that if you want to tell a story of something that happened back in the day, it must be in black and white.
Yeah. The thing is, you're trying to tell a story about something that happened back in the day. Are you trying to tell me that back then they were living in black and white? There was nothing like color. I know Americans do it a lot, but we do it all the time.
No, I saw one of, I think it was Iniedo, where she had her nails done. I think it was Genevieve or India. It was one of the notable actresses at the time. She had her nails done, and a Mercedes Benz that was not produced at that time moved behind her. It was very out of place. Nollywood also taught us that the way to know a job seeker, somebody looking for vacancy, you move around with an envelope, a brown envelope
in your hand, and you're talking with your big suit and tie.
At every single place where he went or she, there was a big signboard that wrote no vacancy.
Job vacancies. It's like that. Nollywood also taught us that every wicked man must be rich.
Yes.
He must have a way to, like, gain money from everybody. There's no wicked man that was poor. It was either he did something to get from his family or anything.
Yes.
And that's how we did it. Chiwatalagu. Many of them who played that role, they must be very rich.
Ashley wants
Justice
Siri. Nollywood also taught us that all stepmoms are wicked. Nollywood taught us also all stepmoms are wicked. Hilda Dokubo.
Yes.
Well done,
one. I see you. You guys did a lot, but you really helped us growing up.
Franca Brown.
Yeah.
Nollywood also taught us that mother-in-laws and daughter-in-laws must be at loggerheads. They must be fighting. They can never agree
at all times. They have to always have a terrible bond between the two of them.
Nollywood,
the son will always be the one in the middle.
And you settle in.
What's his name that you called now? Nollywood taught us that he will always be jazzed.
Tony Umes.
Tony Umes. He was always on the charm from his wife, from his girlfriend.
Tony Umes has been locked up in a bottle.
Yeah.
They put juju under his bed. They're giving him juju to eat. Oh my goodness, that has to be. That's a very charming. It's very charmed.
You know when you had that character, that's when you see that. Now the man be that.
Just-
Anytime he's the
just
one
like-
that's always playing that role.
Just wait. Oh. Then go do juju for him now. See,
It's as
you know,
if
it's what-
all the producers, when they are reading the script, okay, then they now
Okay.
poison the man. Tony Umes
Tony
to play
Umes.
this role.
Well, please check if it's free this period so we can cast him. Nollywood also taught us that if you are in any village in this life, if you leave your village and go to Lagos, you make money.
Oh, that's one thing that was. It was every movie. You know, you were suffering in the village, things were not working out, and
Go
then
to
you
the
go to the
city.
city.
They call it city.
You serve somebody, and then you work for some time. Before you know, you become rich, and you come to the village.
Nollywood also taught us that all bosses sleep with their house helps,
Yes.
and all house helps come from Aqua Cross. My Aqua Cross people, respect to you. We're just stating facts. All house helps come from Aqua Cross, and if it's a lady, her name must be a Kaite, and if it's a man, his name must be a Okon.
My Bible brother, he said it.
I'm stating facts.
But he's right, yeah.
And if you had a gate man, his name must be Musa.
Yeah. That's from the north. That's what Nollywood. You know, it was. I don't know if it was a stereotype, but it became part of Nollywood. Every house girl must be a Akwa Ibom. Even the great Kate Henshaw, one of her very first roles, she was a house girl named Ekaite.
Kaite.
And what's the name of that show?
Candlelight.
Candlelight.
With Basod Tarajino, the legendary Basod Tarajino.
Yeah,
And
he
guess what Basod's name was? His name was Do Good. Do Good was in a strong relationship with the Kaite. He was
Yeah.
having to prove his love every time.
Yeah. So that was it. Nollywood really gave us things that these were things that we really looked up to always watching because they were the things that made Nollywood really interesting. And Nollywood always taught us something that whenever you need somebody with a big mouth, it has to be in Kemowo. The only man that Peter Doce got angry and said, I am not acting in any film where me and this man has to stand up because if he came over to stand you when it comes to talking to you or insulting you, you are in deep trouble because he can always go out of script
Yeah, he improvises a lot.
a lot,
He
and it's
improvises.
always so. There were times that watching in Kemowo, there was one movie. I'm still looking for that movie today, where he said he was going to be a GO. He's going to hire a pastor. He's going to hire an imam and a herbalist. Then he will be the general overseer. So they'll be making money, all three of them. And then he will be the one
Multiple streams
who
of
collect-
income.
who will collect it.
Beautiful.
I don't know if anybody know that film. Please let me know the name. I'm still looking for that film. There was a time Victor Swagu was the pastor. He cursed Victor Swagu to the extent that the imam, you know, the way he was laughing wasn't scripted. He was laughing out of order because he was just saying things that nobody expected him to say. That was how good Ikebowo was from the beginning and everything. Ikebowo really taught us this thing. And there was one thing Nollywood taught us.
I think he also got that from Sam Loco Efe.
Yes,
Sam Loco Efe.
he was the one that
he
he
was
started it
a
before everybody. So
natural.
he was one of the best. R.I.P. Sam Loco Efe, one of the best actors we've ever
Legend.
had in Nollywood.
Legend.
That was somebody that he had only one role to play in virtually every movie, and you never got tired of him. It's either that comedic person, either uncle or father or anything. But there was once I watched Sam Loco Ife play the bulls
Yeah, I
in a
think
movie.
that was Piccadilly, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't Piccadilly, it was funny. This one, I can't remember the film. He was smoking and he was serious. I was like,
How did they do it?
who did this thing?
How?
And the movie was like, you're watching it, you're like, this guy's trying to be serious, right? It's just like Kevin Hart now trying to do some kind of serious movies. And like, no matter how hard he tries, you're always seeing that comedic
Like we know you.
nature. So stop forcing it, please bring out the main thing. And Hollywood also taught us that every big man must drive Benz. That time. Benz 200, V-boot. If you don't have these two cars as a big man, you are not a big man in Nollywood. And certain things like the houses where the big men live. Nollywood taught us that the house can be very big, looking like a hotel, but the interior might be something like a one.
Nollywood also taught us that miracles happen.
Yeah.
You can get shot on your feet, but when they show you in the hospital, your head is going to be bandaged. No,
Papa, I see you. You did it.
Nollywood taught us that the only way to close out an accident scene is by blackouts.
Yes.
You're just driving, it's just nice and peaceful. Everything's nice and cozy, just going. Next thing you know, you hear, "Ta-da, ta-da-da, ta-da," and then you guys start going like this. then like this, then like this. The next thing he hears, bam, blackout.
And then you won't see the car, you won't see the damage. All you just see is the person in hospital with bandage all over his body. Even when it hits probably his hand.
Thank you, Nollywood. We're grateful.
We're grateful, Nollywood.
By
You
the
did
way,
a lot.
as you're watching right now, tell us where you're watching from and the things that Nollywood taught you as well, apart from all the things we've stated.
Yeah.
And let us know if you agree with everything we've said. How did Nollywood affect you, especially the older Nollywood movies, obviously,
Yeah, the
and those
90s.
ones we started from.
Mm.
Nollywood taught us that every single boss in an office is having an affair with his secretary,
Mm-hmm.
or his wife
Mm-hmm.
is angry with him because she thinks he's having an affair with his secretary.
And Nollywood also told us that every boss in the office is either his friend is envious of him, trying to get his score.
Oh boy.
And his wife. It was like that in most of the movies. This is how Nollywood has really, it kind of like impacted us. And Nollywood has done some things that are very strange that has become a culture now. In essence of people not, eating things outside anymore. Because back then, you could go to your friend's house, even if they give you something to eat, you could eat, okay, and when you come home, tell your parents. Well, Nollywood taught us that if you eat anything outside, they'll call your name in it. That was the movie, Pop Pop. And most of us who are parents now, we grew up as children that time.
Yeah.
So that kind of scenario has become part of our subconsciousness now, that our children have to live by the way we want them to, not by the way it was. Please don't eat outside. don't play outside. Don't do anything.
But the irony was, in growing up, it was a thing. Every parent had laid the ground rule: you don't eat outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, a few people broke that rule many times.
You had to, because
I'm not going to
sometimes
point at anybody.
sometimes the food was unbelievable, but
There you go.
that was it. As a barrack boy, it happened like that sometimes.
Oh, thank you very much, Nollywood. But no, I want to say, I think that part of the reason for the population in Lagos right now, Nollywood must have played a role in it.
Yes.
That's
yes.
my theory. Please let me know in the comment section if you agree or if you think I'm wrong. But we also learned a lot of good things from Nollywood as well,
Yeah.
because most of the movies had a moral that they were teaching you at the end.
Yes.
Every stepmother was wicked,
Mhm.
but at the end there was some kind of a resolution, because you had one particular, I saw a movie where I think it was Franca Brown.
Mhm.
She maltreated Ernest Obi so much. She was Ernest's mom died. Shout out to Cupid Renner, by the way. Ernest Renner,
Yeah.
not you. But Ernest's mom died, and his dad married her. His name was Wilfred in that movie. I will never
Okay.
forget. This was 95, 96. She maltreated him so much,
That's long
kicked him
ago,
out of the
man.
house, made him look like he stole. His father kicked him out of the house. Of course, he found some good Samaritan, helped him. Life became rosy not so long after he stood for himself. His father had died. The family was in trouble. His mom was sick. They needed to get a rich man to help. Who was the rich man? Ernest Obi. And of course, she's like, "Oh, it's you. I'm sorry for everything." Of course, you have to apologize for all the wicked things you did. And then the guy easily forgives and says, "I didn't hold anything against you. Me? I hold everything against you."
That's forgiveness. Nollywood taught us that no matter how bad things are, you just have to forgive. After all, it's
Yeah.
part of our culture.
Yeah.
And the Bible too tells us to forgive all the time.
So yes, please share with us in the comment section all the other things that Nollywood taught you. If you followed Nollywood from back in the day, Nollywood also taught us that Hank Tanuku must always be a bad guy.
Why now? Why?
E be like say all of una want make I scatter this place abi.
I was expecting this.
They'll bring the American accent. I don't know what all this is about, man. Man, I'm done.
Please, if you don't know Hank Sanuku, go back and watch most of his Nollywood movies and see his accent. This is exactly how he speaks, because he was somebody that came from America.
Yeah.
And then he came into Nollywood, and then he had that American accent. And sometimes he was forced to speak in pidgin English. And believe me, it was a disaster all the time. But
I liked
it
it.
was
It was unique.
That's for you.
Oh man.
Okay, so like I said, tell us in the comment section, what has Nollywood taught you growing up and everything. Tell us most of the themes you watch, and everything you enjoyed and experienced from it. So this has been Memory Lane. Icon, thank you very much. Please don't forget, my people. Not gonna like, subscribe, share, follow. What else? Everything on every platform.
On all platforms.
TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. We're there. Just go in there. It's written on the screen now. So please do that for us. I will definitely give you a follow back. We'll definitely comment on your comments too. We'll tell you things that you want to know. So you can also tell us in the comment section what you want us to react to.
Yeah, tell us other things that you'd like us to
Yeah,
react
that
to.
is old school, please.
Yes,
Not anything
from back
new.
in the day.
Yeah, from back in the day.
Yeah.
Please tell us what you want us to react to, and believe me, we will do it. Thank you very much, Memory Lane Icon.
Maybe.
See you
Cheers, my brother.
next one.